Today's story is titled The Lantern, Keeper's Daughter. Chapter 1. The Village Without Light. Long ago, between rolling green hills and a sparkling river, stood a small village called Brightbrook. Every evening when the sun went down, a tall lantern at the center of the village was lit. Its golden light guided travelers home and reminded everyone that they were safe. The lantern was cared for by Mr. Elias, the lantern keeper, and helping him every day was his daughter, Miriam, a curious 10-year-old girl with bright eyes and an even brighter heart. But Miriam had one problem. She didn't think she was important. "I only clean glass and carry oil," she sighed one evening. "You're the one who lights the lantern, Father," Mr. Elias smiled gently. "Light shines because many small things work together," he said. "Never forget that." Miriam nodded, but she didn't fully believe him. Chapter 2. The Pastor's Lesson. Every Sunday, the villagers gathered in a little wooden church. Pastor Daniel opened his Bible and read, "You are the light of the world." Matthew 5:14. Miriam frowned. "How can people be light?" she whispered to her friend Noah. The pastor continued, "Light means showing God's love through kindness, honesty, courage, and forgiveness." Miriam thought hard. She wasn't brave. She wasn't strong. How could she be light? Chapter 3. A storm approaches. One afternoon, dark clouds rolled across the sky. Wind bent the trees. Rain began to fall. Travelers hurried toward Brightbrook, hoping to reach the lantern before nightfall. "If the lantern goes out," Mr. Elias said seriously, "people could lose their way." Miriam felt nervous. The storm grew stronger than any they had seen before. Thunder shook the ground. Then, crash! A branch struck the lantern tower ladder, breaking it. Mr. Elias looked up. "We can't climb tonight," he said quietly. Miriam's heart dropped. No ladder meant no light. Chapter 4. A prayer in the dark night fell quickly. The village grew darker than ever before. Miriam clasped her hands. "Jesus," she prayed, "please help us. People need the light." She remembered another verse Pastor Daniel taught. "With God, all things are possible." Matthew 19:26. A thought came to her. "Father," she said, "what if we use the old hill path?" It was steep and rarely used, but it reached the tower from behind. Mr. Elias hesitated. "It's dangerous," Miriam swallowed. "I'm small. I can climb it." After a moment, he nodded. "Then we trust God together." Chapter 5. The Climb of Faith. Rain soaked Miriam's clothes as she carefully climbed the narrow path carrying the lantern oil. The wind howled. Her legs trembled. "I'm scared," she whispered. Then she remembered David facing Goliath. "God helped David," she said softly. "He will help me too." Step by step, she climbed. When she reached the top platform, her hands shook, but she poured the oil just as her father had taught her. She struck the flame. Whoosh! Golden light burst into the night sky. Below, cheers rose from the village. The lantern shone again. Chapter 6. Lost Travelers. Far beyond the hills, a family traveling in the storm saw the light. "We're saved!" the father cried. They followed it safely into Brightbrook. Later, the mother hugged Miriam. "That light brought us home." Miriam realized something amazing. God had used her small act to help strangers she would never have met otherwise. Chapter 7. A Hard Lesson. The next day, Noah accidentally broke a window while playing. He blamed Miriam. Everyone believed him. Miriam felt hurt and angry. "That's not fair," she cried to her father. Mr. Elias sat beside her. What did Jesus do when people treated him unfairly? Miriam knew the answer. He forgave. Forgiving felt harder than climbing the hill. But that night she prayed, "Lord, help my heart be kind." The next morning she told Noah, "I forgive you." Noah's eyes filled with tears. "I'm sorry," he said. I lied because I was afraid. Their friendship became stronger than before. Chapter 8. The Real Meaning of Light. During Sunday service, Pastor Daniel smiled at Miriam. Sometimes, he said, God's light shines brightest through small acts of obedience. Miriam finally understood. Light wasn't about being famous or strong. It was about loving like Jesus, helping others, telling the truth, forgiving, trusting God, even when afraid. Chapter 9. Years later, as Miriam grew older, she became the new lantern keeper, but she taught every child in Brightbrook the same lesson. You don't need to be big to shine for God. Children helped neighbors. Families prayed together. Kindness spread through the village like warm sunlight. And travelers often said Brightbrook felt different. Not just brighter, kinder. Chapter 10. The Never-Ending Light. One evening, a little girl helping Miriam asked, "Why do we keep lighting the lantern every night?" Miriam smiled and pointed toward the sky. "Because Jesus is the true light," she said, "and we shine his love so others can find their way home." The lantern glowed, stars sparkled above, and the light of faith continued, one small heart at a time. Morals from the story God uses children and adults alike for his purpose. Faith means trusting God even when you feel afraid. Forgiveness reflects Jesus' love. Honesty matters even when it's hard. Small acts of obedience can change lives. We are called to be the light of the world. Prayer gives strength and courage. If you enjoyed this story and found something meaningful in it, please consider subscribing to this channel. Turn on your notification bell so you'll be among the first to know whenever a new story is released. Don't forget to like the video and share your thoughts in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. If this story touched your heart, please share it with others who might enjoy the journey as well. Your support helps these stories reach more people and continue inspiring young minds, nurturing good values, and touching hearts, both young and old, everywhere.